Hi, my name is Vivek, and like the decision to join the fellowship, I started considering that thing actually 7 to 8 years back. Right after finishing my graduation, I wanted to come to the education sector, but being a engineer by my academic background, everyone was suggesting me, and even I was also under this impression that I should go for a technical job, and I joined Tata Power. But later, after some time, I realized that no, I was more happy doing social work and all. I used to do it in my college days also. I used to volunteer with a lot of NGOs at that time also. So I left my job actually, and I started teaching kids, and I started teaching special kids actually, all those who are like either slow learners or suffering with dyslexia in Gurugram itself. So basically, it was kind of a self-employed thing. Slowly, I decided yes, all the things are secondary. Actually, I have to go to the ground, and there I can find myself more happy, and I can relate myself with that work. So finally, I decided that okay, now it is the time when I should go for this fellowship.
My name is Althea, and I joined the fellowship in 2018. I graduated from Wilson College, Mumbai in 2017, and I was one of the few students in college who actually got placed before the examination. I was placed in an IT firm, and everything was great. The IT culture and the work culture was something that, of course, was very young and vibrant and always attracted me. But then the work was very mundane and very monotonous, which was not something that was giving me a reason to wake up every morning. And within a couple of months, without even knowing what I wanted to do prior to that, I decided to quit because I believed in being mentally satisfied and at a good state if I'm going to continue to work here. That is when I started exploring options, and that is when my fiance, in fact, he suggested that I go ahead and check out Teach for India, because he saw that okay, maybe the corporate life is not something you want to go ahead with. While working through that, I realized that also we all wait for post retirement is when I'll get back to social work, but actually the need of the hour is that the youth and the young generation actually put in their mind and effort in towards such issues.
If I would have started my own NGO, it might be like I am just implementing my own ideas. I would not have been able to learn other practices and all. So after considering all these factors, I realized that yes, that Teach for India can be the place where I can have that network, that clarity about the ground level, and the knowledge about the best practices also. And finally, I concluded that okay, so Teach for India can help me to like achieve all my goals, which I just need to kickstart my long term plans, and that's why I join Teach for India. There are two reasons behind that. Like two forces have driven me throughout my life, I guess. One is the culture from my house itself. So since very beginning, my parents were like too much about social service and about patriotism also. Second thing was like I was a little bit of shy person, so I always like used to read a lot. And after reading a lot, I realized that. Most of us just keep on complaining about the things, but by just complaining you can't solve the problems, and the best thing to solve the problem is to just go and try. And at the same time, I was just curious also ki how things work. So if someone is like telling me ki education sector is not working well, I'm like ki what is wrong with that system? I just want to go see and try to change it. If I have to do something for my country rather than becoming a soldier or something, I prefer to become an educator, because I think that educators can bring much bigger change than just like killing 2 or 3 enemies. So it can help you to defeat, not just like defeat the enemies, it can help you to actually make everyone a friend rather than like defeating the enemies.
I truly believe in that vicious cycle that if education is solved, it will create job opportunities that will improve the standard of living, and it will just continue. And that is strongly what I believe. I do not strongly believe in the traditional education system, and that is why I chose to work in Teach for India, because the teaching method, the way everything is being taught, is more value driven than just academic driven, and that is something that really motivated me and pushed me towards moving forward.
So like Raghavendra, when he started his project Paramarsh, under that project he started pushing other students also to start similar projects. So he himself was not just the self-motivated, but he wanted to motivate others also. So that is what I could see in like real life also. Ki now he was not just thinking about himself, he was thinking about everyone around him, and he was pushing others also. And that collective effort has been able to achieve so much in our school. So similarly, these students created that ripple effect in other schools also, that now some young students from nearby schools also are like coming every day, not just to interact with us, but to interact with our students also, to learn from them on each and every day. So that is how my idea about the holistic education changed over a period of time. So basically what I knew before that, like a lot of dimensions were added to it.
That is when I realized that we can only change this by actually getting students to come to school and what is going to motivate them. And that is when we started, during school hours, walking out of school and going to community and pleading the parents to actually send their students to school. And when I stepped into my new school, I was fortunate enough to get a co-fellow who was extremely motivated. I had a bunch of 40 kids who were extremely motivated, and I think that pushed me to move ahead. And I think as our vision was also about making students more self-aware, making them growth oriented, solution oriented, that was what was reflecting in our teaching, in the opportunities that we were choosing, the structures that we were setting. And I think that is how my definition of holistic education evolved, and I think it's an ongoing process which will change even after these 2 years.
So we created a lot of platforms where student could interact us with in could interact with us in different ways. So something like, there were a lot of extra classes, there were a lot of one-to-one conversation, there was just free time where students could come and talk to us. There were like painting competitions, dance competitions, rap battles, and we asked our students to participate in whatever they wanted to participate. Basically it has become more student oriented approach rather than like key fellow oriented or teacher oriented approach.
So I have very small examples of certain things that the students said that really touched and moved me. So very recently, I was conducting the internal exam for English, and I was just asking students questions based, just ranging from X Y Z. So I asked Kushal, "What do you think about gender inequality?" And I was busy checking the papers, and I was just listening. And the first statement that he said really moved and actually made me feel that yes, this is what I'm come here for. And the sentence was that I believe that all genders should be treated equal, be it male, female, transgender, or any other gender. And that just moved me, that my students are so aware, something that growing up was not spoken very openly about. I feel like this is something that I'm leaving this classroom with a full with satisfaction and contentment, that okay, my students are now at least aware of such topics that are usually shunned or are considered taboo and something you should not speak about. Giving them that idea that we trust them enough to bring in these opportunities, and also sharing with them that this is not an opportunity that classes across Mumbai get. 10th grade classes are always bombarded to study, study, study. But we are trusting you enough to do this. So, what is it that you are doing in return? And I think just having that understanding between the students really push them to do something more. I think what worked for both of us is, yes, both of us came with open. We came together with an open mind. We did not have any like preconceived notion about each other, and I think that really helped. Like we both gave each other that time to actually and did not interfere into each other's suggestions and ideas and practices.
Overall, like the ecosystem in Teach for India, the support systems and the support from PM, support from other fellows also, and the structures like meeting new people and like regular reflection, regular LDJ conversation has helped me amazingly well.
Okay, in terms of my leadership journey, I have three instances where I feel that I showed certain skills that a leader would show. The first being back in my first year was when a very uncertain turn of events led to my co-fellow actually leaving the fellowship and me being the only fellow in the classroom. Changed my perspective and understood the idea of collective action, and I actually use my students as partners. So that is one first instance where a moment of uncertainty actually helped me test a lot of my skills. The second one being moving schools. Rather than cribbing and rather than being upset about moving to another school, I took that up in my stride and actually worked towards it. Identifying my strength and then adapting and being flexible and open to that opportunity is one thing. And the third thing, in fact, is the TIG opportunity.
In recently in our school, like one of the guy Ashab in from our class, he figured out that there is like drinking water is not clean in the class, and he immediately figured it out and he started working on that problem. And now he is working towards making a committee in the school which can ensure that there is clean drinking water. So this is not just government's responsibility or teachers responsibility to ensure that this school is getting drinking water. Even people should also be involved, that how we all can solve this problem. And to develop that culture, we need to involve all the stakeholders, and I guess students can bring that spark. So I am like looking forward to work with the students or student leaders directly for next couple of years, where they can create change in their spaces, in their classroom, in their communities. And most of my students are also thinking in the same direction. So like recently in January, we have started working on a student leadership track. So the kind of opportunities which we have been able to create for our students. So what we are thinking, like next time the Sangam, the cultural event takes place, we should have students from other schools also who are managing that event. Similarly, next time Dramebaz event happens, we should have students from other schools also participating in that event. So creating such spaces for the students is required, and that is what I am like looking forward to. Like,
So, as for what I want to do after this, is that I realized that the fellowship was something where I worked at the grassroots level. So, step two for me would be at working at a more macro level. I'm looking at working in something which is a project or people management role. I'm exploring options right now, but I would like I my intent is to work in the education sector itself. And my ultimate goal is then to start a school slash NGO of my own.
like today students are happy with certain thing, tomorrow they might be happy with certain some other thing. So it is very very difficult to put up in something, and that is why we want to give them as many experiences as possible, so that they can always have at least one experience to relate with. Like they know कि it's okay to change the career, it's okay to fail in something, it's okay to switch your roles, it's okay to give up a goal and start with a fresh goal.
What I think I want our students to achieve like 10 years down the line is definitely, yes, happiness. Also, what I would want for them is definitely for them to know who they truly are. A lot of students are facing a lot of identity issues. Yes, I would want my students to have a lot of financial stability, to have a better standard of living, because even though that may seem very materialistic or something like that, that is the not the ultimate, but one of the goals that will push my students to then continue that vicious cycle that I was speaking about earlier. And I feel that is the need of the hour for the students to not deprive themselves of the various opportunities that they want to create for themselves, for the future self, for their future responsibilities that they have. Just looking back at the journey so far, the 2 years of fellowship, really, I'm very grateful and thankful of being able to be in a space where I got perspective of two different schools. You know, I worked in a low income private school and I even worked in a government school. So it gave me a lot of exposure, a lot of different perspective, which I feel I can take forward towards my future plans. And I think it helped me very personally on working on patience and on my anger management and all of that. And that really made me a better person. I feel that I always say this, that I'm learning more than what I'm teaching. And that is truly what this fellowship journey has been so far. It's also given me a lot of relationships in terms of amazing co fellows with PMs, with students, with stakeholders.
The kind of culture we all have been able to create and teach for India, that culture and time will definitely help them to bloom as a like the best fruit for this world. And this culture is the thing which I want to even leave my students with, like once my fellowship ends, that whatever, if even if they like remember their subjects, or even if they don't remember us, or if they don't remember their classmates, but they should at least remember this kind of culture. And if they can live up to live with this culture in the society, I think our goal will be achieved as as their fellows.